This is Pope Francis's Twitter account, and a look at all of his mentions over the last few days. You can notice family, family, family. He's tweeting about family because the World Meeting of Families is taking place in Ireland. The Pope is actually headed there tomorrow. And a big focus at the gathering has been the church abuse scandal, and survivors are demanding that the Holy Father take strong action.
Any progress that has been made, there is one force that is responsible for it, and that is survivors of clergy sexual abuse. And what survivors of clergy sexual abuse do, when they are able to come forward and emerge out of silence and to speak, is that they take action. That's what they do. And that is exactly the example that Pope Francis and the Vatican has got to start taking.
Last week, a grand jury in Pennsylvania released the findings of the largest ever investigation into abuse in the U.S. church. It found at least 1,000 children were victims of some 300 priests over the past 70 years. After the report was released, Pope Francis wrote a letter to the world's Catholics addressing the sexual abuse crisis, promising no effort will be spared to prevent abuse and its cover-up. It was the first time a pope has written to the world's Catholics on the topic. The Pope will be holding a private meeting with a select group of survivors of abuse during his time in Ireland. It is the first visit to the country by a pontiff in nearly 40 years. Since then, Ireland became the first country to adopt gay marriage by popular ballot, and this year it ended one of the world's strictest abortion regimes. The country's Prime Minister says the Catholic Church is now less dominant in public life.
Ireland has become a very different place in the past 40 years since the last papal visit, and our relationship with the Church has changed during that period, like it has for a lot of countries. But I think it's fair to say that Ireland is increasingly diverse, increasingly secular, much more liberal country, much more globally outward-looking country than maybe it was 40 years ago.
On Sunday, the Pope will be celebrating Mass here in Dublin's Phoenix Park. But 10 minutes away, all of the abuse survivors, their families and supporters will be gathering for their own rally. Hosier, the Dublin musician, will be joining them as well. He tweets out, "I'll be joining the Stand for Truth on Sunday at 3 p.m. for a show of compassion and solidarity towards those who have been harmed by the actions of the Church."